Hi, I'm Carol Friel with New South Wales Government. I'm here in the heart of the Tech Central District today at the Tech Central Scaleup Hub with Rupert Taylor-Price, CEO and founder of Vault Cloud. Rupert, thanks for taking the time to have a quick chat with me today. So look, tell us a little bit about Vault Cloud, what you do and the major problem you're solving.
So we're a New South Wales business. We've been around for just over 10 years and we specialise in cloud for government and critical infrastructure. So if it's national security, safety critical or has sensitive citizen information, that's the space we operate in.
We only opened the Scaleup Hub last year. You were one of our first to move in.
I was, so we've been here for I think 3 months now, so still pretty new. Our main client is government, so being around government was really important to us. There's a lot of co-working spaces, there's a lot of startup hubs, but we're not a startup, like that's not the phase of the business we're in. So the ability to have a community that we could work with and collaborate with was really useful to us.
So you've told us that you've been doing some work with New South Wales Government. Would you like to maybe tell us a little bit more about how that works and when that relationship began?
The New South Wales Government actually approached us to join a whole of government agreement. And so we entered into that whole of government agreement with them about 3 years ago. The thing that was really surprising to me was when we went to other state governments and federal governments, we asked, who are other technology companies that have won a whole of government agreement? And it turns out that there are none. It turns out that Vault was the very first Australian company to get a whole of government agreement in the history of Australia with a state or federal government. So that was a pretty amazing step forward between us and the New South Wales Government.
And what a vow of confidence to know that you were the first to get that whole of government agreement, especially working in such a critical space as cybersecurity, which is for government such a priority. You've got some really significant growth plans over the next 12 months. Can you tell us a little bit about what that might look like for Vault?
There was a lot of supply chain disruption when COVID happened, and so governments have kind of woken up to the fact that there's actually some serious vulnerabilities within the way government can deliver services to citizens. So we're seeing a massive shift in government buying behaviour towards organisations like Vault, and hence being in Tech Central is amazing because we get to connect with that. And so we're undergoing pretty ecstatic growth at the moment.
That's brilliant. Well, look, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today and tell me about your history and where you're going from here. I'm going to be tracking this journey to see where you are in 12 months' time, because I feel like there's going to be a lot more Vault Cloud here in Tech Central.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining me today, Rupert.
Thank you.